Hey, hi everybody. Hi guys.
Happy Sunday.
Hey, happy Sunday. I like your shirt, Sydney.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, I forgot to put mine on. What can I say? Oh well. Boy, what a show we have today. We got three amazing dogs on.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes. And before we get to that, we've got another amazing dog that we got new pictures of. We're going to show him off for all
Yep.
you folks in California. All right, in the Bay Area. If you remember Casper, he's with the Golden Gate Labrador Retriever Rescue, but he's got a courtesy listing with GPRS, so you can still read his bio there. And I think Sydney just may have updated it too, or fixing to.
Yeah.
But, that was Casper, and they got a whole litter of them. That's I think she's the president of the rescue there. But he's kind of zonked out there. That's all the pictures we have. Sorry. But don't forget Casper. But also, there's a lot of dogs in rescue and all the rescues right now, aren't there?
Yeah. And one of the nice things about us being able to highlight Casper in California in the Bay Area is, right now our rescue GPRS does not have transport to California. So if folks are in California and they're interested in a peer mix, he's a great one to look at.
Yes, he is. And he's not a big guy, but he's great Pyrenees. All right. Yeah. So, wow. Now on with the show. Got any news first?
Well, if you can't see my dog Artemis, she's not a peer, but she just turned 13 this last week. So
wow.
Artemis.
Happy birthday, Artie. Artemis. Sorry.
She was just here getting treats, but now she needs to take a break.
Yeah. And we had a calendar cover dog get chosen.
Yes.
Tammy Lynn. Okay. Now you can pre-order your calendars because voting and entries are over. And
so orders are through the 16th.
Oh, okay. And there's actually a link for it in the, can you put a link in the comments, Melanie,
yes.
please?
It's the same as the regular calendar contest.
Okay.
You can order.
Then I do have a link for it in the description also. And don't forget, GPRS got damaged by the hurricane. All right. Mm-hmm. There's still cleanup going on and repairs going on, and they can use physical help, but if you can't physical help, they also need monetary help. So I've got a link to donate in the description also. And that's Wendy, by the way. So, hi Wendy. Oh, she's barking. That's why she's muted. Anyway, but yeah, that was that's it. That's all I had.
Yep.
They were featuring Laura. Everybody remember Laura? Remember Lauren and with Jamie. That's Laura is Lauren's mom. And
yeah.
Go out to the GPRS Facebook page. They did a nice little feature on her because she's still in rescue for some reason.
Yeah, she's been with her current foster for 5 months. She's a great dog. Yeah, she's husky, Siberian husky, and Great Pyrenees. She just is a really, really amiable, fun dog.
Yep, and we'll try to get her back on the show here soon.
Yeah.
Okay, and that way you can remember her. But in the meantime, we're going to get moving with the dogs we have here now.
Yep.
And if you look at our little banner off to the left of me, he's our next boy up, and we're going to go straight into his video, and we're going to get to see him. Boy, Sully's got some big shoes to fill here. We're calling him Perfect Peer.
He is.
Wow. Boy, he does. He looks happy all the time. Is that about right?
That's about right.
Huh. So, you said he's got no bad habits.
Nope.
Not one step, never once stepped out of line.
Nope.
So you don't have much to say about him then, do you?
Holy goodness.
So what can you tell us about him? About anything the video didn't maybe get into?
Well, he's a kind of guy, he's a silly side to him. He'll just get the zoomies for absolutely no reason whatsoever. That's always fun.
And it's always fun watching him do the zoomies too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's hard not to smile and laugh when he's got the zoomies. It's also a little difficult to understand how he can move that fast because he's so big. But once he gets going, the momentum carries him. So he'll do 2 or 3 trips the length of the yard.
Okay. Now you have other dogs there. How does he do with them?
I haven't introduced him to any dogs in my house.
Okay, your resident dogs.
I have 2 dogs in my house that are dog selected, and they are kept separate. But I'll take Sully on walks in our city park every night, and he is around lots and lots of different people and different dogs. And I think in one word it would be describing him as different. Take it or leave it.
Wow, cool. So now, did I read in that video it said that he likes to be brushed and you can bathe him too?
Oh yeah, he got a bath yesterday. That's his second one since he's been here.
So he got all spiffed up.
Oh yeah, and he gets brushed every morning. That's what we do in the mornings. We sit out by the pool and he lays by me and I get the brush and we get brushed, and then we come in and he has his breakfast. And
who didn't want this dog?
I have no idea. He was found as a stray, and I got him out of the Everman Forest Hill Municipal Shelter, and he had fleas and he had ticks pretty bad, and he was matted, of course. He's I guess if they consider a long-haired Pyrenees, he does have quite a bit of length to his coat. But yeah, he wasn't chipped, which is sad because somebody is now missing a very, very good dog.
Yeah. Sydney, do you have any questions?
Yeah, he looks beautiful now. His coat looks wonderful. Does he let you trim his nails?
We haven't trimmed his nails yet. Because we walk in the city park on the sidewalk, it keeps him pretty well ground down. His nails are healthy, though. They're not cracked or anything.
Okay.
And if he does zoomies on your sidewalk, but that doesn't trim the double doos is all.
No, and his double doos are not bad. They're still pretty short.
I have a funny feeling you can trim them if you're doing that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he lets me do whatever I want. We're buddies.
But he seems pretty playful.
He has a silly side, that's for sure.
Yeah. And remind us how old he is.
He's 3. Yeah. He's 3.
Okay. So when you're out on walks, do you encounter other dogs and kids and?
Yes, we all of the above. People on bicycles, people jogging, people walking with their dogs. The first time we went, we have to go in the evenings because Sully doesn't do well in the heat of course, with all the hair and him being a polar bear and all. There was a dad, and he was pushing a tricycle, and his little boy said, "Look, Daddy, a pony." So we have.
So he hasn't reacted to anything. I'm sorry. He looks like a Great Pyrenees. What's going on here?
Well, he was just a little kid. He was only about 3, I think. But mostly what I get is a polar bear, and wow, that's a big old dog, and he is big. He's a large, gentle giant.
What'd you say he was? 100 pounds?
He's got to be over 100 by now. I would say he's probably pushing 105.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble. He wants to play. So what would his perfect home look like?
I think he would do great as an only dog. He would get all the dog. He does need a job. I had him in my quarantine room when I first took him from the shelter, and he stayed in there for 10 days. And at the end of the quarantine period, he started to become bored.
Yeah.
And all he had to do in there was look out the small window into the backyard. And so he kind of got bored. And so I decided to move him. One of my other fosters left. And I moved him into the front bedroom. It's a much larger room, and it has a huge picture window. And so now his job is to be security alert for all of Oak Court. And so he takes his job very seriously.
And anybody that owns a pier knows that there's consequences to a pier being bored.
Yeah, well, the only thing he did was he started to dig at the floor in front of the door. And that's how I knew he was getting bored and he needed a job.
Yep,
and
that's right.
I've had him for 2 months now. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to entertain him.
So big.
Well,
But
Great
my
Pyrenees.
favorite thing to do is to go for a walk. And I let him do all of the nose work he wants to do. Sometimes we don't cover much ground, but that's what he feels like doing. That's what we do.
All right. Okay, we know you got to get going. We're going to get you out of here. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where Sully is. All right. And Sully is the perfect pier. I'm not hearing much different about that. So if you want a perfect pier, well, keep Sully in mind.
And you like the big ones because he's a big, beautiful boy.
Yes, he is. And he lets his foster mom anyway do anything to him. So if she can do anything, so there's a good chance that, well, his adopters would be able to in time also. So, well, he's good looking. That's a beautiful coat. Nice job. What do you do? Just throw him in the bathtub and turn the water on?
Yeah.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
I have a wand, shower wand, handheld. It takes a while to get him wet to the skin. But the key is not to let him shake.
And it takes even longer to dry him.
Well, the problem is he shakes all the water off and has to start all over again.
Is that before or after he goes out in the mud and rolls around?
He doesn't do that.
Okay, good. That's actually a very good thing. Wow. All right.
A whole lot.
Bonnie, thank you for saving that boy.
Well, thank you, GPRS, for tagging him and being his rescue and trying to find him the perfect home. He deserves it.
I just don't get it. Who didn't want this dog? And I think we have 2 more similar coming up. So,
yep. Thank you so much for bringing him on. It was delightful to see him.
And we'll take you back down to the green room and let you exit gracefully. How's that? So, all right, Sully, you have a great day, and Bonnie, BJ, you have a great day too. You have and we'll see you with the next dog. How's that?
Okay, thanks, Steve. Thanks for all you do.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what a dog, man. Ain't that something? Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org and look at Sully. All right. So, speaking of perfect peers, I think we have another one coming up, don't we? I love his name, Blue Diamond. I love that name. And I don't know how that came about, but maybe she'll tell us if she knows.
That's how he came in, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just play his video and see where we take it from there. Wow, there he is too. Now, I got a question. Were you watching a scary movie on that last frame on that video?
I don't know. Maybe.
We have the
the Olympics on right now.
Wow, boy, he's good looking boy now.
I had to wake him up.
Oh, that what the problem is?
He was sleeping.
He doesn't look like he wants to wake up.
No, he doesn't.
He's tired.
Well, don't be mean to him. We've had dogs through the show before.
There he goes.
Yep.
Oh, whop.
That's about right.
How much does he weigh?
I think around 95 pounds.
Okay. All right. Oh, look at that Pyrenees mix up there in the middle up there that Melanie has. Or is that a cat? Could be a cat.
Oh, I currently have a cat and 2 Pyrenees mixes all trying to get my attention.
I see that. And you've got a Windy. So, Sydney, I'm going to let you ask the questions on this one, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Jeannie, so how long have you had Blue Diamond?
I picked him up on Father's Day.
Okay.
So 5 weeks, maybe?
Yeah. And so he is how old, remind us?
3.5, I believe.
Okay. So it's funny because the difference between his energy level and Sully, who we just saw, is very different.
He is, he takes lots of naps, but we walk at least twice a day, and I've taken him on 3 and 4 mile hikes, and he's done great. And so he will, and sometimes at night he'll get energetic and play. There's, the zoomies happen and he runs around, and so he can be playful, but he's for 3.5, he's probably not as energetic as I thought he might be.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can tell.
This is kind of his couch.
At least he doesn't need reassembly instructions.
So, so he is an only dog at your house.
He is.
So what kind of situation do you think he would thrive in?
I think he could be an only dog as long as his people are, home a lot or home a reasonable amount of time. But I also think he could be with another dog. My friend has little dogs. There's a picture of the little dog that comes and visits, and he does fine. He's kind of disinterested, but we also have a neighbor who we've brought him over to their house a couple times. She has a Labradoodle female, and they get along just fine and play a little bit. Yeah. So that's Riley, and he's very gentle with Riley. He doesn't go after him. He's,
Is that a corgi?
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
Is he a Russell
look
Terrier
at it.
maybe? Russell Terrier maybe mix, yeah.
Maybe. But he didn't eat him. That's a good thing. That's always a plus when he
wasn't
doesn't eat
aggressive
the
at
dog.
all.
Now, how does he walk on the leash?
He does really well. Every once in a while he'll pull, but he's a sniffer though, so you have to be willing to stop along the way.
Well, the walks are for him, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And when we're out, when he sees other dogs, he's usually just fine. He's, again, not too interested, but if we meet up with them, he's cautious, but he's not assertive or aggressive. I was walking him the other night, and I crossed the street because I saw a little boy playing like on his sidewalk, and I just thought I'll just, cross the street. And the little boy yelled, "I want to meet your dog. I want to meet your dog." So the dad was out there. So we met, and he was incredibly gentle with the kid and did just fine.
Wow.
So,
that's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So he's true to the breed. Not only is he a perfect peer, he's true to the breed. So
yeah.
Because they are a suspicious breed. They got to determine if that dog coming towards them is a friend or not.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's out. He's out. That's crazy.
We did walk this morning. I don't know if and I brushed him, so I guess that might have overdone it for before the show.
Now, how long a walk do you say you go on?
Our normal just walks for the day are probably a mile, maybe. But I have taken him on 3 to 4 mile hikes, and he does.
You didn't have to carry him back?
Nope.
Cool.
Nope, he does just fine.
That's always a plus too.
Yeah.
One of the things that's unique about him, and you can kind of see it in the video, but his pigment is much lighter. So he actually, instead of a black nose, he has a pink nose.
Yeah.
And he has really light green eyes.
Yeah.
Which, he's it's funny because some of the photos in this video were actually from my house.
Right.
Oh, Blue Diamond?
Yeah. So I actually fostered him just as long as Jeannie has had him. I had fostered him for 5 weeks, and then he was adopted to a couple in California. And unfortunately, they got pregnant and decided they didn't want to also handle a dog. So they returned him, and then he was adopted again, and it was a tragic family story. So he was returned again. Not his fault at all.
Neither one were his fault.
No.
Okay.
No, and he's incredibly, gentle and sweet. And when I do leave him alone, he doesn't. I mean, he's never chewed anything up, scratched anything up.
Well, perfect pair won't.
Yeah.
And it might. So I have 2 dogs. I have a male and a female, and Artemis. He got along really well with Artemis. She's a bossy broad. And he totally was like, okay, if you tell me to do or not do something, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So he does, you know, he gets along with other, and she is, you know, at the time she was 90 pounds, you know, so a dog, another big dog, a bossy female, he actually gets along well. So if somebody was looking for a nice, mellow, snuggly male peer, he would be great.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were gone for a weekend, and my friend checked in on him, and that's a picture she took
Oh,
while she was here watching him.
That
he's
is
definitely a lover.
so that's a visitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a friend
Wow.
who checked in on him a couple times one day.
I think he likes her.
Yeah, he does.
But,
Does he give
kinda,
you kisses?
He does. If you put your face close enough to him, he'll lick you.
Yeah, he's a kisser.
Okay.
So that is
Alright.
unusual. That's another thing that's
Yeah, a
unusual
lot
about him.
of peers aren't. Some are, but a lot of them, they're not lickers. Wow. And he's just sleeping through everything, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some nice little freckles on his nose, and you know, he's got some tan color underneath this white. He's very pretty.
Wow. Boy, a lot of GPRS folks up there in the Northwest got to meet him.
Yeah.
Dude, it makes me want to go to Oregon and meet him. Sheesh.
Yeah. If you want a dog that'll take a nap on the couch with you.
Yeah, he's the one.
Wow.
So where does he sleep, Jeannie? At nighttime, where does he sleep?
He usually sleeps in my son's room. There's carpet in that room, and he just sleeps in there, which is probably, you know, it was funny. Last night around 2 a.m. he woke up and he was, I don't know, upset about something. But maybe it's because my son wasn't home. I don't know.
That might be.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring a photo up, and I have a question about the photo.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
He oh, excuse me. Whoa. He loves to drink out of the
He's sneezing. All right. He moved. See, he is alive. He lives.
All right. He likes to drink out of the hose.
Oh, so he was wanting a drink.
He's wanting a drink.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous. Look at that coat. Boy.
Yeah, you can kind of see how he has tan lines through his fur. And his tail has a very cute little hook on the end. Like it twirls in, and it's
wow. Are his eyes as gentle as they look?
yeah, I'd say. And they're like a golden, like sometimes they look golden, sometimes they look green. So
Wow.
yeah.
So what would Sydney already asked you this. So I'm going to ask again, just in case you didn't finish. What would his perfect home look like? An only dog is possible, but he could be with another dog.
I think an only dog is possible.
What about kids?
Somebody who's home, maybe like not all the time, but
what about kids and cats, in your opinion?
I would say I don't have a cat, so I don't know, but he did chase after one the other day. So
did he? Probably wanted to play.
Yeah, I think he did, but yeah.
All right, I'll let Sydney finish this up. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over.
No. It's just fun to see him and see how he just is comfortable. You know, you give him a person and a couch, and he's good.
Yep. He was really, you know, I actually picked him up when I dropped Cotton off. So I drove Cotton up because Cotton was adopted, and then I picked him up, and he was pretty nervous, but it didn't take him long. And he had just come out of like a doggy hotel he had been staying at. But actually he did really well in the car. He loves car rides. He loves his head out the window. He's learning how to get in. He still kind of needs his butt pushed in the back, but if I give him a running start, like he's learning that he can actually jump the entire way in.
Oh, so he's not afraid of it. He's not afraid of it. It's the elevation of it.
No, yeah, he's not afraid of it at all.
Okay.
He loves it, actually.
Awesome. He loves to ride. He likes to hike, ride.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
another one that doesn't step out of line, no paws out of line. And wow, two
No,
perfect
he likes
Pyrs
to
on the day.
dig, but they all like to dig. So, but
Wow.
otherwise, he's been really good. Like, again, he doesn't, when we're not home, he doesn't do anything that's bad.
So why would he have to have somebody that's home more often than not?
Well, I mean, just like not gone like 10 hours a day, you know.
Gotcha.
If it was a single
I
person
understand.
who was, you know,
But they
not
can have a
home lot or
job
something
then,
like
maybe,
that.
right? So you're okay if they have a job, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a job.
Hey, that's good. It keeps the roof over everybody's head.
Yeah, yeah. Keeps the
All
dogs
right.
fed.
Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where Blue Diamond is. You can't miss his name. And that's a long one. And boy, I'll tell you, it fits him. I love his name. I do. I do like his name. But hey, whoever adopts him, they can change anything they want, right?
Yeah, he has many nicknames.
All right. Jeannie, thank you for bringing him on. Thank you for fostering him. He looks like a kind of a cupcake, huh?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Awesome. I didn't know Sydney had him. Of course, I don't know everything. Man, I just know very little too.
Yeah, well,
He's not
was a
thrilled with
couple-
baths, but he did get one about a week ago. We took him to like one of those it's called Suds 'em Yourself places, and he did fine.
Awesome. So you bathed him yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. So there's the second dog in a row that does well on the leash, and you can bathe at maybe in the bathtub. Yeah, it's kind of a confined space. I usually don't recommend that, but hey, some dogs you can. Some dogs you gotta. Some dogs you take a bath with them. So, wow. All right, Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. Don't forget Blue Diamond and Sully and boy, we've got the girl coming up. She wanted the boys to go first. All right. I'm trying to make us all the same size. There we go. Couldn't find the button. Got too many buttons down here. Where's Wendy?
Yeah.
Oh, I see part of it. Oh, shoot. Your Artemis is laying with her.
Oh my God.
Wow. Your Artemis doesn't like anybody, right?
Artemis is particular, and we've Steve and I have talked that Wendy has been working on how to share her personal space, and being on the couch with me and other dogs has been one of her goals. So
Cool.
this is a really kind of big
big.
deal that Artemis is right up in her face.
Wow.
And we're all good.
All right. Okay. Well, we don't want to keep the lady waiting. We got us we just had some good dogs on today, didn't we? And look, there's the other Artemis. I see her ears.
That's right. Melanie and I both have an Artemis.
That's right. So I don't know how you can tell them apart sometimes, except one's white and the other one's not, right? One lives in Oregon, the other one lives in Texas. So, and speaking of Texas, well, we got Matilda coming up, and we're going to play her video and bring her up. And there's that beautiful girl right there. Boom.
Right there.
Well, that's a picture of her anyway.
Absolutely. She's on the floor. She won't get up. She's camera shy. You know, it's
But
So, we're at a
who needs her? We got that.
yeah.
I was curious if Sully was going to wake up for her, though. She's a good-looking girl. So,
Yeah,
what
I
do
made
you
a
think
mistake.
about her? This,
You saw the playfulness. I made a mistake. She's almost 4.5 years old.
yeah. So, can you explain the shyness to us? Because I was confused. Remember?
Well, once again, I tell stories and my wife tells the truth. So this is my wife, Jennifer. So
Hi,
from
Jennifer.
her perspective, when she first came in, she was very shy and very reserved. And every day, and she's been here since around May 21st at our home here in Houston. And each day she gets a little bit more gregarious, more outgoing, and she's less timid. We have a rescue that we got through the Great Pyrenees Rescue Society named Mocha. He's around 100 pounds, and he's one of those strong, silent types. And he's just for me, he's calming, but for her, he's calming as well. So you saw her play with him, but within the house. Initially, we had to put her in a crate because she was very anxious. We went to the family ranch, which is also in the video where they're just against the fence line. When we came back, she really calmed down, and now she sleeps next to my wife by her bed, her side of the bed on the floor, not in the bed.
Oh,
So it's unusual. What would you say from your perspective, Jennifer?
Yeah, so when we first got her, hi everybody, I'm Jennifer. When we first got her, she was skittish, and we're like, I wonder how this is going to work out. But slowly but surely, she's just gotten used to or trusting us that we're not going to hurt her, we're not going to, harm her. We're here for her to be, comfortable and have a great time. And so she, we had her she was just doing things that were just, you could tell she was nervous. And then we would give her some treats to help calm her down. And but little by little, like, she has started barking, and our neighbors are not real appreciative of it. But what's really funny is she's actually gotten used to, when she barks, I open the door, and then she knows, so I don't have to go get her anymore. She comes, she's like, yeah, okay, I gotta go inside.
I got busted.
I gotta come inside. So she's just getting used to familiarity, and I think that's really what she's looking for. And just literally like 2 nights ago, I was getting out of bed, and I was like, what in the world? And she has started just sleeping next to me, which she didn't do before. And so she's just getting more calm and more used to being part of a family, I guess is the way I would say it.
And from what I understand, we got good news for the folks that doesn't want a dog on their furniture. She doesn't do it.
No.
She does not go on the furniture. No.
So no.
Wow.
So yeah, she's a really good dog. She, like I said, she's down here. I want to get her up, but I've learned.
Is that a laptop you're on?
Yeah.
Can you tilt the lid down a little bit where we can see her?
Let me change the screen so you guys can see her.
Oh, you got to change the screen?
Yeah.
That sounds
So
like a lot of work.
to get this out, I want to do nothing.
Oh, the background.
There she is.
Hello, wake up.
Oh, there she is. She moves. She moves too. Hey, look, Sully. Sully, look how good looking she is.
So
Can you get up? Can you get up? Come on. There we go. There we go. Sweet pea.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't realize she's having a look at the camera.
So how long ago did she start barking?
Oh, a month ago,
yeah.
maybe?
Okay.
Melise was shocked. We told Melise, hey, by the way, she's barking. She's like, she barks. They didn't know she barked.
And now she actually barks before. We let her outside, and we start counting, like, how many seconds is it going to be until she starts barking? And it's not long. And then I'm like, all right, let's go on in. And she comes on in. She knows.
She runs in and is a great trooper about it.
I'm
We
gonna
take
let
the
Sydney
dog-
take over here because I got to mute myself. I'm the one causing some of that feedback, right?
She loves
I don't
treats. She loves big bones that she loves to chew on stuff for sure. Not all the she doesn't chew on like regular like chew on furniture or anything like that. But she just I think she just needs to feel comfortable, really.
she would be better as part of a pack. So our house, we have in the last week or so, we have all 3 boys home. We have 2 cats. We have Mocha, who you see in this picture. And our kids bring friends over, so the dogs are always exposed to other people. I take the dogs for walks as much as possible, 5-6 days a week, unless there's rain or hurricane or something like that. And we try to do 7, but sometimes it's just too hot. I don't want to put them at risk here in Houston. But from our standpoint, when we meet other dogs, they've been nothing but appropriate, both of them. We've had small children come up that are like 2.5, 3 years old, that their dad's rolling a set of triplets, and the little brother who's like 4, and they get out of their little stroller, and the kids come up to the dogs and pet her. From our standpoint, also having 2 dogs, so a lot of times you have that dog issue, the food issue. We put both sets of food out there. They're grazers. They eat when they want. It's never been an issue, which we're really happy about. We had 2 other dogs that about a year ago or so both passed away, and we had to put the dog bowls in separate parts of the house because they would get into a little fight there over food. There is no food issues with them. And
she's not aggressive, which is great. Like he says, when she gets walked, she's not aggressive. She doesn't pull, and I guess that's probably part of the breed anyway. But she definitely has that part in her that she doesn't pull you. And our other dogs were just, I hated walking them. But this one I did because I was constantly. It was a big workout. But these have been great, and she's been good. Yeah,
we got to have you guys back on again. Sorry, Sydney, the noise went away when I muted you.
How rude.
I know. So I'm going to mute you again. Sorry. It wasn't me. It could still be me anyway. So what would, I know you probably went into it, but what would her perfect home look like?
Her perfect home would be potentially someone who's there. Like I'm here at home a couple of days during the week. There's only a few days that no one's home, but we have kids, so they come in and out. A full house, having a second dog. She's a great wing dog, so she would follow whoever the leader is in the house. From that standpoint, we have, like I said, we have 2 cats. Cats have never been an issue, so
Wow.
We have a fenced-in backyard, so we let them out and we play with them. Believe it or not, she likes tennis balls. From that standpoint, which is unusual for the breed, that we throw them and they kind of jump on them and chew on them. And we found that out being at my in-laws during 4th of July, that she found a tennis ball, brought it to the front porch, and she started chewing on it. We're like, where'd that come from? We threw it.
I get oversized tennis balls for mine.
Well, we have it oversized for the bigger one because he needs it, because Mocha looks like he would choke on it, like he would chew on it, right? So from that
but did you say I misspelled Mocha in the video?
No. He
okay.
came in as Mocca, and we changed it to Mocha.
I'm real sure I met him when I was down there at the headquarters.
Spell his name.
He may.
Well, I wanted to change his name, and Jennifer was like, "We can't change his name." And I call him Beasley, I call him Mocha, I call him Big Poppy. And the answer is, it doesn't matter what you call the Great Pyrenees; they'll come when they want
to. when they're darn good and ready.
That's what we've learned.
So,
I have a lot of nicknames for my Pyrenees that I also adopted from GPRS. I call mine Sloppy Joe, because when he was younger, he just drooled so much. And
he doesn't drool. I never thought about that. She doesn't drool at all.
Like our big boy.
Yeah, that's so nice. Mine grew out of it, thankfully. But I also call him Heavy D because he's a really big dog.
I could see that.
And he kind of like stomps when he walks.
So I would call her Matilda, but someone on the show earlier used the word cotton, because her coat is so soft, and you touch it and you're like, wow. let's put it this way. I use this breed to walk the neighborhood and educate people, because I think someone said some people cross the road, and I'm like, no, please bring your dogs to me, and I want your dog to meet my dog, and we do the introductions. And now it's like these people are like, wow, your dogs are not aggressive. I said yes, but every time you see the big white dog and you run away, you're going to tell that dog, hey, we got to be afraid of that dog. And they're very.
And then pretty soon the big white dog will chase you away.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the big white dog, let's see, with the dogs, they've probably met 20 or 30 dogs, and Mocha, not Matilda, Mocha only didn't like one of them. So
Wow.
because that dog snapped at him first, and
that's a reaction then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, that's to be expected.
But they love walks. We have a loop where we live, so you can go 3/4 of a mile, 1.2 miles, or 2.3 miles. And depending on the day and the temperature, because temperature is really important, we take, the shorter, longer, or the really long walk, and then they come back and they chill. And this is our fourth dog. Mocha is our fourth dog. This is our second rescue in the sense that we're fostering. And it's just a great breed for people who don't know about the breed. They're very loving. Some dogs lick. These dogs don't lick, right? They're just gentle.
I'm going to move you to the side just for a second.
Wrong picture. That's
Sully.
He's
he
right
hasn't
here
moved.
right now.
I love that.
That's
He-
Blue
he-
Diamond.
I'm sorry, Blue Diamond. He is alive, right?
Yeah, look at his eyes. It's opening because you said blue diamond.
Okay. He does move. Okay. All right. I'll bring you back. Sorry.
No, like I said, this is our fourth dog, our first Great Pyrenees, and this is our second foster. And she, if you can see in this picture, she had some surgery. What's the particular surgery for the eyes? You said it earlier.
Etropian.
Yeah.
So the
it's all-
eyelid rolls under, I think.
Yeah. So it's grown in. She we continue to brush her, and she's the forever brushing dog. It's like there's more hair and there's more, right? So we got her down to the other dogs. We got to a therapeutic level, and for her, she is beating us. She's beating us fierce. There's hair coming off her all the time. I mean,
she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she is, and she's lovely. Do you have some other pictures you want to show? Yeah, that one. We're at the ranch, and believe it or not, with the dogs at the ranch, they didn't bark as much as you would think, because they're out. I mean, there's deer and there's turkeys and coyotes and all kind of stuff. She was just chilling. We had walked around, and she came back, and that's where she just puts her head. And I'm sitting on the porch drinking coffee, and I look at her and I say, "Hey, say cheese." So she's gorgeous.
Wow.
Oh,
I love that picture.
So that is whenever we've had a female dog either stay at our house or we owned one prior to Matilda, every female dog goes in that spot in our property. So we had a dog named Lizzie. My brother-in-law brought his dog named Rose. She went in that spot. Louise went in that spot, who was a foster. And Matilda goes in the same spot. And the boy dogs do not go there. It is the weirdest thing. It's like their quiet place. So.
Because the girls said, don't go here.
Yeah.
That's right.
And they know to listen to the girls.
Absolutely.
Just like me and you know to listen to the girls.
Absolutely. Also, if you see the video of them playing, she typically initiates it.
Yeah, I didn't upload any of the video. I didn't have time to take the audio out.
That's okay. For those people who want to go on and see the video again with
They're
her.
all on the website.
Yep. Go to the website. She all of a sudden one day went after him and jumped on him, and they were playing and rolling and all that. And we're like, what? And I videotaped it really quick, and I showed it to the folks in Spring, Texas at headquarters for the Great Pyrenees Rescue Society. And they were like, that's her? I'm like, yes, that's her. And they were like, wow, what have you done? I said, I've done nothing. But
how long was she at the headquarters?
Let's see.
I'm just curious.
She was spayed.
Was she on the Halloween show, Sydney?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So it looks.
Give it to the lady. Give it to the girl.
Yeah. So when I got this breed.
I've never seen her in the fall.
No. So the joke is at the house is, Chris, you have to do 3 things for the dog. for the dogs. Brush them, walk them, and pick up after them. So I said,
Pick
yes,
up poop.
I'll do that until I get to have dogs.
So you're the master pooper scooper.
Absolutely.
Okay, so am I.
So,
So-
what other questions might you have, or do you think people would have about Matilda?
I think one of the things that you touched on, but I would love for us to return to is, you know, it's not going to be her best life to be an only dog. Her best
Correct.
life
Correct.
is going to be a multi-canine home, because that's where she blossoms. That's where she feels calm, relaxed, secure, and builds her self-confidence, is having another dog around to just say, hey, this is a good place, and these are kind of the things we do here, and all of that. So I think that's really important, because people, you know, some people want an only dog, and that's great. We, you know, not all our dogs are that's gonna be their best life, and so
Right.
that's something that's important to us as a rescue.
I think she'd like him.
What? Mocha? Yeah, I'll just show you.
Yeah, I think Matilda would like Blue Diamond.
Oh, yeah. She would probably like Sully and Blue Diamond as a pair type deal.
We get them all three adopted to the same home.
Blue Diamond might be a little quiet for her. She'd probably play with Sully. So when I come in from work or going out someplace, she comes in, her tail gets all this fluttering. She's like, okay. And one unusual thing she does do is she'll take one shoe of ours and put it by the back door. Just one shoe. Doesn't chew it, just puts one shoe, which is, her word is, let's go for a walk.
Smart dog.
Yeah. So she also tries to open up the back door with her mouth. So,
yeah, that was
Well, quit showing her how to open the door.
hold on. Yeah, no, that there were a couple of times where we left, and I think it really, but that's been a while. It's not been recently. It was like maybe a month ago, and I was like, "What in the world did the kids do to the to this
handle
that they left all this gunk on it? What's on it?" And it took me a while. We finally figured out, no. She was left home. And she was very anxious, but she's
So is it a handle or a knob?
knob handle.
Okay. Well, handles handles bad with fear, knobs better with fear, not perfect.
Yeah. So, but she has not really. That is not something normal for her. So it used to be, you know, she'd get really anxious, and we'd have to put her in her crate. This is Mocha. Hello.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I know him. I mean, I met him anyway. When I was out there.
Yeah.
I remember the thing about she didn't know if he needed surgery, and that's how she put it. She wasn't sure if he needed surgery.
well, that's another thing, but he didn't. He just needed a lot of
Good.
loving and walks. So,
Yeah.
but same with her. So she would be great as a paired up dog or a group of dogs. She doesn't have food issues. She loves to walk. She's friendly. She loves to be brushed.
Doesn't mind.
What about riding a car?
We don't really ride. I mean,
Well, we did.
we took him to the ranch, and that was a 3-hour ride, and we just put him in that back seat with him. I drive a Suburban, so I just put him in the back seat. I'm like, okay.
Didn't hear a peep out of her, huh?
I mean, it took them both. I think, had a harder time than she did. And I think part of it was just getting comfortable.
Well, did he make her have the hard time getting in?
I don't think so. I don't think she was responding to him.
Okay.
But it wasn't a big deal. I
She
think
was
he
e-
was worse, honestly.
she was
He
easier
wasn't
to get in.
bad, but he was worse.
She was easier.
She was a lot easier,
Okay.
actually.
All right.
Anyway, we're coming up on the top of the hour. I don't want to take
Yeah,
everyone's time.
we can't afford to pay overtime.
Okay. Well, she's a great dog, and for the right family, she is a great family member that is looking for the right pack to work with, the right people. I would encourage someone who has the time to take her for walks on a daily basis, brush her. Like I said, she eats, but she doesn't have food issues. We leave the food out, and they come and go from that standpoint.
Wow. And that's good. I mean, we always like to see that in dogs, because make no mistake, a Great Pyrenees doesn't necessarily be more prone to food aggression than any other animal, because an animal, it's not unusual for an animal to guard their food because it's vital to their survival.
Correct.
So I don't know why everybody's so surprised and they call up, oh, my dog's got food aggression. So what'd you expect? The dog's new. So, but anyway, so always expect it, or go in with no expectations. That way you'll never be disappointed.
Yeah.
So
she's a great dog, and for the right family, she's going to be the perfect addition.
Yep. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org, just like it says right there. That's where all three of these dogs are. That's where Matilda is. Boy, I'm hoping that I was able to slip that airplane in a couple of videos this week, wasn't I? I just hope that thing doesn't crash on me. It's getting old. That started out taking a dog and her puppies to the Colorado rescue. That's what that airplane did. That's actually a photo of the airplane that transported.
Before we go, I just want to thank you all for all the things that you do for this great breed, and everyone does it as a volunteer. And my hat's off to you. You guys do a great service for a great breed. And, I don't know if you get enough thank yous, but, from our house to your house, we want to say thank you to all of you.
Well, I don't know how to break this to you, but you're part of that. And sometimes the dogs can thank you way better than any human can.
Yeah, thank you for fostering, because that's everything that all volunteer elements are special, but fostering is definitely special, and
fostering does save lives. So Mocha's worth it too.
Well, Mocha, he's ours. Matilda, she's our foster, and like I said, this is our second with Louise.
Oh, so you didn't foster Mocha? You went right and adopted him?
We did. We started, and then.
Oh, so you was a lousy foster?
Yes.
Foster failed.
He's a better owner.
Well, think about it. Fostering is the only job you can have. That failure is actually a good thing.
He got to know Jennifer and love on her, so she made the commitment.
So he knew who the boss was.
Well, we had lost our two dogs after 15 and 11 years, and Jen just wanted a break. And
so he gave her a break.
No, I there's a story that goes with it. I don't want to.
We'll do that on the next time you come on. All right.
But we rolled up to the Great Pyrenees Society, and Jen goes, "What are we doing here?" I said, "Oh, I think we can volunteer." And the one lady, Nina, goes, "Well, great. I'm glad you're here, and you can foster dogs." And Jen's like, "What?" You can ask Melise the story.
And Mocha was the first one she showed us. It was
like, I will.
Oh, wow. They kept him in a cage, and he reminded me of with the drooling of Cujo, and he was barking and all that. And once we got him out, he stopped barking, stopped drooling, and he's been the best dog ever.
Yeah, he didn't have a job in there, and they're not supposed to be long term in there. But man, it's right now it's hard to get fosters and adopters. Actually, the fosters are still there, but if you can't get the dogs adopted, you can't move the dogs out of headquarters.
Correct.
So, anyway, all righty.
Once again, thank you so much for all you do.
Let's hit the road.
You all have a great day. Have an awesome week.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thank you, Jeannie, for bringing Blue on.
Yeah, and thank you. So, bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. Let's see. Lisa will be here next week, won't she?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Bye.